वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमार्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. I welcome everyone who are in the temple as well as who are online at Durga temple today on 20th of January 2024. We have already started, last time just inaugurated the third chapter of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Last week we also celebrated the Makar Sankranti, and I hope everybody enjoyed the Makar Sankranti and celebrated with nice food and meeting people and chanting slokas. So we'll go forward on the third chapter, Karma Yogo Nama Trutiyo Adhyaya. Karma Yoga. Very, very important and mostly misrepresented like other chapters, of course. So we will try to understand it. What is Karma Yoga? So let me first chant the sloka. What it started with is that God told that, oh, you are a soul and this body is not eternal, and the world which you are seeing is mortal and all that. And what you have to do is you have to focus on inside and have the your intellect developed to such an extent. But Esham Brahmistiti Praptam. You should reach that level of intellect, and then only Brahma Nirvana Mrujyati. You will be reaching the Brahma Nirvana. That is what the God explained in the last chapter, the last slokas. So Arjun has a question, and I will first change the sloka and then we'll go further. Arjun Uvacha Jayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatkim Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava Vyamisreneva Vakyena Buddhim Mohayasi Vame Tadekam Vadanischitya Yena Shreyo Hamapnuyam. We have taken two slokas together, first and second sloka. And it's very simple, it's a very simple Sanskrit sloka. So, Jayasi Chet Karmanaste, Jayasi, if you give the priority, superior, if you are telling me that the intellect is more important, using intellect and living in the life is more important, then why are you Tatkim, Karmani Ghorema, why are you putting me in such a, because you are telling me to fight. You are telling me to go into the war. One side you are telling me that the world is useless, world is nashwar hai, dunya nashwar hai, jagat maya hai. Then why I have to fight? Very simple question. If there is something, imagine that we have got, you go to a company, you go for a job, and then you do the work over there, or you are a cook and you are cooking the food. So somebody says, okay, please cook the food for 10 people. You prepare all the food, you prepare recipes, everything. And when you are ready with all the food in the serving bowls, the person will say, now throw it away in the garbage. Then you will ask question, isn't it? Why should I throw it in garbage first of all? And if it is to be thrown in the garbage in number one, then why did you tell me to prepare the food? Very simple, common sense question. Why did you tell me? अगर जगत माया है, आत्मा ही अमर है, या only the soul is eternal, if the world is maya, if the world is useless, if the world is mortal, then why are you telling me to fight? Even fighting is more useless. Because one day I am going to die, everybody is going to die. So why to fight? You only told, in second chapter, God only told that those who are born are going to die. So then why do I fight? And our question is also exactly same. whenever anybody is telling about Gita or anything, this question arises in every common man mind. If this world is so much like this, then why I have to do the work? And if it is not, if the case is reversed, if it is not, then why are you telling that the world is mortal and it is useless? You cannot be in both sides. And that is a question of Arjun. Tatkim karmani ghore ma. Tatkim kim? Why? Then why? The question is then why? Niyojasi, why are you guiding me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me to engage into the karmani ghore ma? Such a grave karma, such a grave work of war. You are killing people. Killing people is not a small thing. And you are telling me to fight. On other side, you are telling me that the world is useless. And then that is why the second sloka is Vya Misreneva Vakyena. Your dual, language. You are telling me duality. You are telling me one and the other side. Both side you are giving me the sentence. You are telling me. So Buddhi Mohayasivya. My intellect is getting confused because you tell me one side or the other side. What should I be doing? Tadekam vada nishchitya. Yeah. Tell me clearly, exactly, nishchitya. Precise and concise. Tell me clearly what I am supposed to be doing. Why and what type is supposed to be? Yena shreyo hamapnoyam. Whatever is good for me. It's not by some prima donna, it is not by some selfish, but it is by whatever is good for me, tell me. That is what Arjun is asking. That is what is asked by Arjun. So here I can, I can tell it in Hindi also. Arjun bole ke Janardhan, Buddhir Janardhana. Janardhan means the Yogeshwar Krishna. अर्जुन बोले हे जनार्दन, अगर आप कर्म से बुद्धि यानी कि ज्ञान को श्रेष्ठ मानते हैं तो फिर हे केशव मुझे घोर कर्मों में क्यों लगाते हैं? आपके मिले हुए वचनों से मेरी बुद्धि मोहित हो रही है। अतः आप निश्चय करके एक बात कहिए जिससे मैं कल्याण को प्राप्त हो जाऊं। श्रेय किसको कहते हैं? श्रेय यानी कल्याण। श्रेय का मतलब ज़्यादा पैसा होना, श्रेय का मतलब बहुत पावर होना, वो नहीं है। श्रेय मतलब जिससे कल्याण हो। शिव यानी कल्याण। शिव का मतलब होता है कल्याण। ऐसी चीज जो जीवन में कल्याण लाए, जो जीवन में शांति लाए, ऐसा मुझे समझाओ। ऐसा कहते हैं, ऐसा अर्जुन ने कहा। दैट इज व्हाट अर्जुन टोल्ड। इफ यू कंसिडर द नॉलेज इज सुपीरियर टू एक्शन, देन व्हाई डू यू आस्क मी to wage into the terrible war? And my intellect is bewildered by your ambiguous advice. So please tell me decisively one path which will take me, which I may attain for the highest good. Shreya. So here this sloka is very, very important from multiple point of view. We'll go slowly on that. See, number one point in Sanatan Dharma, we have to be all very proud of it, is that you can ask a question. This is exactly, somebody will say from Gita, what did you observe? I can ask a question. Even if God is in front of me, and even if God is telling me something, I have any doubt in my mind, I can ask a question. Number one, the highest flag of our Sanatan Dharma is what? You can ask a question. Look at other schools of thoughts. You cannot ask a question. You are told you are supposed to follow. If you don't follow, you go to hell. If you follow, you will go to heaven. Straight. There is no logic. There is no convincing. There is no understanding, developed or not developed. There is no concern. I am not trying to demean them, but I am trying to show what is important. How our Sanatan Dharma is so logical. It is explaining us very clearly. You should be convinced. You should do by yourself. Self-motivated people. Self-understanding. Intellect developed. भेड़ चाल नहीं चलने वाले. One sheep going after other sheep, that is what Sanatan Dharma is not expecting. So number one point is, you can ask a question. You can ask any question. If you are not convinced, if you are confused, if you think it is not going correct in my mind, if you are in a dilemma, ask. You are allowed to ask the question, and that is what is here. Arjun uvacha, jayasi chet, and also he is not on. See, even asking question is also a method, right? We know, how you represent. Can you please tell me? I am confused with your two. I am confused with what you are telling. He didn't ask. He asked in a straight. Arjun is a warrior and he is an archer, so he knows how to go straight like an arrow. So his question is also like an arrow. Chayasi chet karmanaste. You are telling me that intellect is higher, then how come you are telling me like this? And you are giving me ambiguous statement. He is claiming, tadekam vada nishchitya misrena eva vakyena. You are telling me ambiguous statement. He is telling God that you are ambiguous. Why? Because he is not clear in his mind. So in Sanatan Dharma, number one part is ask. Ask yourself. Ask people. Why Ganapati has got one teeth broken and another teeth not broken? Don't go by Puran. Puran people will say anything. Parvati ji went for taking bath and Shiva came. That happens in our life. It is just a representation in Puran. What is the thinking behind it? Ask. Lord Shiva has got the water dropping, drop by drop. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I always used to ask question to my parents. Why? Number one, it's a waste of water. Yeah, naturally, everybody says environment, waste of water. Yeah. And second part is, why drop by drop? Just put a tap and put everything in on the like full flooding. If God needs so much of water, flood it. If that is a puja. And third part is, if not to be wasted and still having a flooding, then put a pump and circulate the same water. Yeah, why not? Why not to do that? Ask question. Why Shiva has got only one drop each time? Ask. Because, why ask? It's not, wo buddhi vadi nahi hai. It's not a argumentative nature, but it is to get convinced, to understand the message behind it. Because our ancestors were extraordinarily intelligent. How to convey the deepest message is explained in a very simple way. In a method of stories. Like kids. पार्वती जी नाने बैठे, बाहर बोला, अंदर मत आने देना. ऐसा स्टोरी. पार्वती जी शेर के ऊपर सवारी करने वाली. One who is riding the lion. So they were telling us the stories in a simple way, but giving a message very clearly. That is what is our symbolic way of telling. So ask question. Why ask question? Two reasons. Number one is because we are taught only how to earn bread and butter. Yeah, you become an engineer and you go and join a good company, you will earn good money. So when there is good money, there is good wife. And then there is a good house and good car. There is no money, no wife, no car, no kids, no respect in the society. That is what we are taught. We are not taught about the other side at all. How to live life. How to live life. After you earn the money, how will you use it? Everybody teaches, I always say, everybody teaches in every institution. Go right from junior KG to Oxford to Harvard. Everybody is teaching how to make money by one or the other way. But nobody is telling how to spend money. After getting money, you will become Ravan or you will become Raghu Raja. Raghu gave all his money for the world. And Ravan kept all the money for his Lanka. That is why Ravan is, we are giving the character of that. Both had got, I think, almost equal money. Raghu gave away everything. That is why he is Raghu. The ancestor of Rama. So, number one is ask question. And here also Arjun has asked the question. Very, very important. Never take for granted. If you are not convinced, ask politely. Yeah, you can ask politely. And if somebody doesn't have the answer or have the answer, either of that. If the answer is there, if it is convincing, okay, go ahead. If it is not convincing, no problem. Thanks, you explained me, but somehow I cannot get it. I will ask another person. Inquisitive. Interest तो होना चाहिए. हमारे में interest ही नहीं है. We don't have the interest. Go to temple, just go namaskar, ask for, beg for something good for you, and then take prasad, eat something and go. We don't ask question. We don't try to understand what is the logic behind such great thinking. Our ancestors were not foolish. They will not make a symbol, a murti like that. They will make murti with lots of logic in it. So we have to understand it. Anyway, we will go further on this one. So Arjun is asking this question. You are talking me about Purush, Prakriti and Paramatma. In second chapter, Sankhya Yoga Nama, Adhyaya. But it is ambiguous. Whether I should work hard and achieve fruits and enjoy, or I should realize the soul and stop running after unnecessary, diminishing, mortal, materialistic world. And it is also not practical. If everybody becomes sadhu, where the next set of sadhus will come? If nobody gets married. If everybody followed Buddha, imagine, the whole world agreed, yes, Buddha is right. Leave your wife, leave your kids and never get married. What will happen? How the new monks will come? It will never come. So the thought, I'm not demeaning. What I mean is that any dharma should be complete. It should be followable by everyone in the society. छोटे से छोटा, सबसे कम समझ वाला भी उसको फॉलो कर सकना चाहिए. A person should be able to follow it. It should be practical. And that is what Sanatan Dharma is. So sometimes people misunderstand it. Yeah, those schools of thoughts are already there. Brahma Nirvana, last time we talked about it. What is Brahma Nirvana? How it happens? So a major quality of a true Dharma is that everyone and all normal people must be able to follow it. They must be able to follow it. सबको कुछ ज्ञान नहीं प्राप्त हो जाता, सब लोग को भगवत ज्ञान नहीं प्राप्त हो जाता, होता है. And also practically also, don't we love our kids? Do I not have the respect and gratitude for my parents? I have. So if they are old, I have to work and I have to serve them. To serve them, I have to work. Forget about the greed and other part. Even as a normal gratitude also, we can't leave the world. We can't leave the world. Yeah. The teachings versus its application. This is important. Teachings and application. Yeah. In the teaching, we are told in the school, speak truth, Sacha bolo, Satya bolo, respect and equality for everyone. And then what happens? We see the teacher only telling a lie, father only telling a lie on the phone. But he is expecting a son. मेरा बेटा राम होना चाहिए. मैं कैसा हूं? Forget it. How I am. So then we expect the kids to follow that. But they will soon learn that we are lying. Vya misraneva vakyena. You are telling me to tell the truth, but you are lying, and then you are telling me दुनिया में तो ऐसा ही होता है. वो सब क्या मंदिर में जाके पंडित जी बोलते हैं ठीक है. घर में बाहर निकल के ऐसा नहीं हो चलता है. ये तो क्या दुनिया में माया है, करना पड़ेगा, है ना? That is what happens to us. So that is why with the misraneva vakyena we never follow. We are in ambiguous. We are at that stage, that crossroads, and all of us are standing there, crowded crossroad. That is what Arjun is asking here. Same thing. And so, because of that, what happens is that majority of people develop that a opinion. Even very big learned people also develop an opinion that Sankhya Yoga is a theoretical dharma. It's a theoretical method. वो पोथी में अच्छा लगता है. That is why even you will find that Sankhya Yoga is not that much discussed by many people. They will say, yeah, आत्मा है वे, मगर क्या है तो करना तो पड़ेगा. So भगवान ने बोला वो ठीक है किसको करना है तो. That is what, and then people let it go. Skip away, shy away from, do not talk. about Sankhya Yoga. But God has told that method, God has told that path. Brahma Nirvana Muchyate. Brahma Nirvana ho sakta hai. So we will study that. So why? Arjun has asked a great question. And so same question is, because he is not clear, he is in a dilemma. So God is answering it. And that is a third sloka. So I will do the chanting of the third sloka. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha Pura Prokta Maya Naga Jnana Yogena Sankhyana Karma Yogena Yogina. Lokesmin, people in the world, Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha. Dvi means two. Dvi means two. Dvait means two. Dvi, the dva is a base word. Dva means two. Dvait means two. Dvividha, two. Nishtha. People have got nishtha. People have got faith in two ways. Two ways. As I have told, pura. Pura means before. Prokta said. Maya. Anagha. As I have told before, people have got two ways of faith. And the word is Anagha. Here the word Anagha is very important. It is to understand. You know what it explains? Actually, sometimes even one word is sufficient to understand the whole thing. When you go on internet and you want to watch some movies, say you go on some sites and you want to see Netflix and you want to see movie, you want to go over there on the top type of movie and you see that action, crime. The moment that one word crime is coming, that means you can imagine what kind of a story it will be, isn't it? One word is enough to explain the whole thing. Here Anagha, Maya Anagha, my Nishpap, Mere Nishpap. Nishpap, Anagha means sinless, who has not committed any sin. We will come to that. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Sankhya Paddhati, the Sankhya way is Jnana Yoga. Is for intellect. Last time we took it in very detail. Who can follow and who cannot follow Sankhya Yoga. Who are eligible or who are capable. Eligibility is with everyone, but capability is another part. We can say that, who can study, the aeronautical sciences or some, space science. Eligibility, everyone. But who is capable, give the exam and pass the entrance. So there is eligibility and capacity. So Sankhya is, eligibility is everybody, but capacity is intellect. A Sankhya person is supposed to be intellect. Everybody is not equally intellect. So some people follow Jnana Yogena Sankhyana. Sankhya people follow it by Jnana Yoga and Karma Yogena Yogina. Those who are yogis are doing the Karma Yoga. See, so many important words here. Anagha, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya, Karma Yoga, Yogi. So many important words. But we will take one word very interestingly. Maya Anagha, my mere Nishpap. Sri Bhagwan bole, mere Nishpap Arjun. Anagha is one of the name of Arjun. Nishpap Arjun इस मनुष्य लोक में दो प्रकार से होने वाली निष्ठा मेरे द्वारा पहले कही गई है. पूरा प्रोक्ता पहले, पूरा प्रोक्ता कही गई है. Maya Anagha. Now we will have a question. See, Arjun is a warrior. We have already heard, we have already read it, right? He killed so many people in the war. He has killed so many people in the war. He was killing animals when they were, they came out of they were living in the forest after the burning of that place. They were in the forest. Living over there was difficult, so they were killing. Anyway, also for a Kshatriya in that time also, and even okay, we will not go in that. But Kshatriya, going into the forest and going for the hunting was normal. So he was killing animals. He was killing people in the war. And still he is Anagha, he is sinless. How come a person who kills the people, who kills innocent animals, all the humanity people will come with a beating slash for Arjun. You killed animals. And God is telling Anagha, sinless. How come? What is sin? We will come to that. But this is a question which should come in our mind. Whenever we read Gita, whenever we read any sloka, think about it. Think, Why did God told him as Anagha? How he can be Anagha? Yeah, there are so many questions. We'll come to that. Like Yudhishthir, same question. Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj. He went with his whole body, he went to the heaven. That means it is proven Dharmaraj. Also not somebody telling her Dharmaraj. ऐसा नाम देते हैं. ऐसा नहीं. Proven Dharmaraj. And he puts his brothers and wife in gambling. How he can be Dharmaraj? Either there is no correct law of dharma in even heaven also. Because he was admitted, कुछ दिया होगा नीचे से उसको पैसा, कुछ लगाया होगा, relationship references, MPP का फोन आता है, that is why he got into heaven. नहीं तो धर्मराज कैसा? बीबी को जुए में रखने वाला धर्मराज हो सकता है क्या? You have to understand what is anagha, पाप क्या है, what is sin. What is sin? Anyway, we'll go further because we have to keep. See, there are so many things. This is like a fishing net, So many, it's a web. It's so many things coming into, and if we do not keep the track, we will lose the track. So, I will park that. We will talk about it later sometime. But God is telling him, Anagha, Nishpap, sinless. That is to be understood. So, just as an example, here in case of Arjun, what is Anagha and what is Papi? Simple. Imagine two scenarios. Number one scenario is that there are some dacoits or some bad people, and the leader of the bad people group is telling his guy, okay, go and kill that person. And that person, that gunda or whatever, he goes and he kills the person. He's killing the person. This guy is telling, and the other person is executing the killing. Paap hai na? Sin, it is a sin. Now take the other side of, other second story. There is a judge, there is a case going on, and the judge is telling the sentence. After evaluating and jury and all those processes, judge is giving his sentence, death sentence. He is telling to hang the person. And then the guy comes and he hangs the person, or electric. Death sentence. What is the difference between the judge's giving sentence, death sentence, and the person telling his guy to kill the person? That is the place. That is exactly where the papa comes in the scenario. The scene. What is the scene? It is not in the action. Action looks same. So that is an example. Yeah, judge giving a death sentence and the dacoit telling his man to kill a person. And here there are other important words. We will go yogi, Gnan Yoga and Karma Yoga. Yogi. What is our general impression of yogi? If somebody says, oh, a great yogi has come and we are going to meet him, what is in our mind about the yogi? Saffron clothes, long hairs, some facial makeup, having some kind of a dand or trishul or chimta in the hand, isn't it? That is in our mind. Yogi means whom? Giving some long lectures, that is yogi in our mind. And here God has clearly told karma yogena yogina. A yogi is a joined, he is connected person, he is working, he has not left the world, he is working. Karma yoga, he is action oriented person. He is not telling that I have gone to the forest and meditated for 13 years and now I have come and I am a yogi now. I have attained a level, spiritual level has been attained, and that is why I am yogi. That's not is being told here as yogi. Yogi means one who is connected. Yoga, the whole meaning, even the verbal meaning of the yoga means jud jana, connect ho jana, साथ में हो जाना, दौड़ना, काम करना, that is yogi. That is here, karma yogena yogina. And if you are not, then you are Sankhya. You are not yogi. You are meditating, you are thinking about the soul and spirits. That is what is Sankhya. Even Sankhya is also working, as we have already seen in Sankhya Yoga. Karma yogena yogina. Yogi is continuously working. He is always in action. He is not just sitting and chanting Om, 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 Om. No. He is working. He is going every house. He is going every village. He is meeting everyone with love of God and spreading the word of God. That is Karma Yoga. That is Karma Yoga. A yogi doesn't mean who is wearing the clothes and sitting at the corner. That is not told as a yogi in Gita. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita doesn't go with that at all. In fact, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita has got the biggest continuous beating on the karma, karma, karma. You should not be idle. You should not leave the world. That is what Gita is telling in every chapter. In Sankhya Yoga, it also told. Pomans charati. Charati. That guy is moving around. Even you are Sankhya. So, yogi means who is connected. We will talk about yogi word a lot because this yoga word is coming in Gita multiple times at multiple places. So God is telling there are two types of path or belief. Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. Now what is Jnana Yoga? Thinking of impact. So Jnana Yoga is also, we have to understand what is the meaning of Jnana and Yoga. Are you connected through Jnana means what? Connecting through Jnana means what? How will a person will be connected through the Jnana? And where to give the Jnana? So, Jnana is a very challenging thing. It's very interesting. I have got some examples here. Say for example, a kid is coming running at home. A kid is coming running home and telling, Mama, I got 100 out of 100 in my maths mark. In my maths exam. He's so happy. He's telling. And because now mummy has just heard Sankhya Yoga, Pandit ji ne udhar mandir mein kaha tha, दुनिया माया है, आत्मा ही अमर है, ऐसा एकदम पूरा एकदम सैचुरेट करके आई मम्मा. अब भी सांख्य योग सीख के आई. तो mama will say, useless. My son, all this is Maya. You got 100 marks is no use. One day you are going to die and I am going to die. What will happen? What will be the impact on the son? Is it a right way to tell? If there is a guy who is getting married, your friend is getting married and you go over there and your friend is, there is all nice food and dress and all that and, Allah Gulla and music and everything, fun, dance is going on. And then you go over there and you tell your friend, you know what, I'm giving you wishes, but you know what, one day this beautiful wife is going to become a very old lady. She will be ugly, she will be having, she will be bent, and one day she will die. Is it a right time to tell a person when he's getting married like that, Gyan ki baat? Gyan means what? Gyan has to be understood. Gyan doesn't mean, kisko bacha paida ho gaya. Oh, I got a son. What's the use? He's going to die. I just now heard it in Sankhya Yoga. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu, dhruvam janma, mritasya. Slok also is there, and it is true also. Yeah, we all know that everybody is going to born, will be dying. But should we tell that to a guy who is bringing peda leke aata hai, mujhe beta ho gaya, usme kya hai, wo to mar jayega ek din. Can we say that? Gyan means what? Gyan yoga. That is the difference. ज्ञान का इफेक्ट क्या नेगेटिव होना चाहिए. We have seen that. You know what, even today, forget about that part, even unfortunately we have seen that there is a flood coming, there is a drought, there is a miser in the society. How many religious institutions come forward to help the lowest level of person? How many of them? Check it. Are they coming forward for the society, for helping the people who are suffering? Or they are sitting in their place, मठ में बैठते हैं? How many? ज्ञान का इफेक्ट कहां होना चाहिए? What is ज्ञान? So ज्ञान should be योग, जुड़ जाना चाहिए. The ज्ञान should be connected. If the ज्ञान is alone, it will be a very destructive thing to happen. Gyan alone will not work. And Gyan without Shakti will also not work. That is what is being symbolized by the marriage of Ma Amba, Shakti, Amba Mata, Shakti, power, and the Gyan, the intellect. Shankar Bhagwan, Gyan ke devta. If both of them not get married, what will happen? The powerful people doesn't have the knowledge to work for the society. Kharab kaam karenge. I have got power, I can do anything in the society. And people who are having Gyan doesn't have the power, what will happen? They will keep on telling, speaker के ऊपर बोलते रहो जोर जोर से, कोई सुनने वाला नहीं. You are powerless person. Who will listen to you? Nobody. That is why there should be a marriage between power and the knowledge. When that happens, then the Ganapati is born. Ganapati उसमें से पैदा हो जाते हैं. गणपति कैसे पैदा होते हैं? गणों के पति, the best leader is brought into the world. How? When the power and the knowledge works together, then only the leadership comes. Only powerful leader will be a tyrant, and powerless leader will be useless. That is why Ganapati is the son of Amba and Shiva. That is what is symbolic. नहीं क्या है वो, क्या उसका शादी हो गया, जैसे हमारी शादी होती है, शंकर भगवान की भी शादी हो गई. That is what we understand. Unfortunately, people don't explain and people don't ask also. Anyway, so that is Jnana Yoga. We will come to Jnana Yoga. Impact of incomplete understanding of Jnana. And also there are so many other parts. If you are totally Jnana, total Jnana, then the life will be dry. Just like I told, somebody will come, oh, you got a grandson. Oh, you know what, I know that everything is going to die and all that. So I don't have, Sukha Dukha Samay Krutva Labha Labho Jaya Jaya. I just now learned into Sankhya Yoga that Sukha Dukha Samay Krutva. In Sukha and Dukha, in happiness and sorrow, you should be equal. So when the grandson has come, no problem. I am not happy. I am not unhappy. I am just dry. That should not be the Jnana. Jnana should not be making a person dry. Jnana will, incomplete Jnana will make him dry. And secondly, such level of Jnana is not attainable by everybody in one birth. A normal person will not be able to do that also. And only Jnana will not give the purpose to the life. आज सांख्य योग सुन के आया, I went and I heard about सांख्य yoga, आत्मा अमर है, बाकी सब माया है. So I will not work. Wife will tell, okay, to the hubby, okay, today is Monday morning, I have made the lunch box for you. You are going for the job? No more job in life. I know we are all going to die one day. There is no point in running into that. I am not going on the job today. What will happen? The kid will say, I am not going to the school today. हमें ज्ञान हो गया, सांख्य योग ने कह दिया. चलेगा? Will it work? The purpose of the life will not be identified. And continuity of the life is also at a risk. If a newborn baby has come and the mother will look at it and say, one day this baby is also going to die. Why to feed the baby? Why to do this? What will happen? मर जाएगा बच्चा. The kid, the infant, the newborn will be dying. If the mother gets that kind of a understanding of a Sankhya and Jnana, then the newborn will be dying. Because she will say, oh, anyway it is going to die tomorrow. Why not today? Jnana, हमको ज्ञान हो गया. So that will not work. Continuity of life will be at a risk. And if there are bad people, suppose some people are not in, तो नहीं होगा. That is what happened in the Middle East and Afghanistan and all this area. Nirvan. So some people came with the sword. 40 people on the horses come with the sword and kill 200 monks. That is why this whole taekwondo and kung fu started coming, self-defense at least. We have to look at the history. Only Jnana will not work. Similarly, Karma Yoga. The other word is Karma Yoga. So, in Karma Yoga also, in our mind, Karma means what? Karma means working. जो काम करता है, नौकरी जाता है, one who works, one who do the job, one who is doing business, one who is studying maybe, one who is working in hospitals and industries and all that. That is karma. In our mind, that is a clear-cut understanding of karma. Physical. And then after some time, after some understanding is developed, people think, no, there is mental also. Like writing a poetry. It is a karma. Now what is he doing? He is just writing on a piece of paper. After thinking for maybe say, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, the person is writing one poetry. Then we say that is also karma. He is doing psychological work. Yeah. So to some extent we understand that also. And then we divided into various areas. So let us go into that, a scientific chain of actions in human body. Scientific chain of actions which are there. Number one is necessity, daily actions. You eat, you take bath, you earn money, you wear clothes, you sleep, you exercise. Daily we have to do it. Then there are some psychological, like you listen to music, you love kids and family, express gratitude, friends, education. That also we put in karma. We say that it is karma. Then we also say religious. See, I am not using the other words which is generally used, and also it makes more confused. Because there are so many people who will say, oh, there are 7 type of karma and 10 type of karma, prarabdha karma, this karma, that. We will talk, we are common people, we are mango people. So we have to talk in normal language. Understanding Gita in normal language is our one of the objective. So we'll go to the further. Then there is a social work. People will say it is not only religious. Religious is prayer, visiting religious places, fasting, celebrations, bhajan kirtan. That is also karma, अच्छा कर्म. सत कर्मा. सत्संग में जाते हैं, क्या करते हैं? भजन गाते हैं, भजन सुनते हैं ना, सत्संग कहते हैं. That is also karma. And then social, helping others, donating money, attending programs, welfare to human being, welfare to animals, planting trees, all those things, social. So we divide our mind is in this area. This is what we say is karma. And then acha karma, bura karma. That is what we see in our mind. Now, here, people who work for the society, they will say that there is no point in discussing the philosophy. लंबा लंबा तत्व ज्ञान का सांख्य पढ़ के फायदा क्या? बाहर जाके काम करो ना. You spend so many hours in understanding Sankhya. What happened? Nothing. Rather, better you could have gone out and helped some people. Karma karo. Sankhya is Gyan, which we talked about. Now, see, remember, we should not be forgetting Dvividha Nishtha. Lokesh means Dvividha Nishtha. 2 methods of working. That is what they think. So, one was the extreme of the Jnana, which we talk, which doesn't work, and extreme of the Karma. Why? There is no point in discussing philosophy when so many people are suffering. We must do something for them. That another argument for I will say the incorrect or incomplete definition of karma people. Okay, not the true karma. I'm just trying to explain. See, sometimes there is one more interesting thing. In Sanatan Dharma, it is not the way of education is not only to say what is there. It is also to say what is not there. Because when we are telling only one way of education, that what is there, when the question of a point arises which is not there, the person will be confused. And similarly, vice versa, if you say not there, let us take a practical example of it. If the mama is telling the child, don't run, don't do this, don't eat it, don't throw the toys, don't do this, continuously saying, don't do, what will happen? The kid will be confused. You are telling me, आप हमेशा मुझे ना ही बोलते हो. Kid will say, always you are telling me no. I don't know what to do. Because everything, whatever I do, you are telling me, don't do this, don't do this. So telling only don't do this will not work. And similarly, telling do this will also not work. Because when a dilemma situation will come, the person will not be able to decide. So Sanatan Dharma teaches in both ways. Na tato na mata na bandhu na data. Shankaracharya, he is told. Na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkham. Na tirtho na vedam. What I am not. Na. But at the end, he is telling, aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhur vyapya sarvatra sarvendriyana. He is telling what I am. He is not only telling what I am not, but he is also telling what I am. Both sides must be told. That is what is Sanatan Dharma. See, we have to understand what the quality of what we are following. जब भी जाके गौरव पैदा होगा. We will be proud of it. We'll be having our understanding more stronger. हाँ, हवा आके पेड़ उड़ नहीं जाएगा. With the wind, it will not blow away because the roots are stronger deep in the ground. That is what is required. That is our objective. Why we are studying Gita is that purpose. I never claim that after studying Gita you will get the nirvana, you will get the heaven. No. Because Gita itself is telling that heaven is not. Anyway, that's a separate part. More deeper understanding, being proud of what I am following, gratification, satisfaction, these things should be attained by studying Gita. That is the purpose. वो जीवन में सुख शांति लेके आएगा. That will bring. Okay, so we'll go to the karma. So karma people say only knowledge will not feed the stomach of hungry people. You are spending waste of time. मंदिर क्यों बनाते हो? हॉस्पिटल बनाओ, अनाथाश्रम बनाओ, वृद्धाश्रम बनाओ, make a old age home, make a hospital, buy temple. That is the incomplete understanding of karma yoga people. That is what they say. Serving humanity is serving God. Manav seva hi Prabhu seva hai. No doubt about it. Because everybody has got Ram in it, so that must be done. But seva means what? In what way? All our saints have told that. So that is truth. But in what way? Flood is there. Flood aa gaya. So the Netaji, the MP and MPPs go in the helicopter. They just land over there, get one poor looking guy, take the pictures, seva kiya. Is that a seva? That's not seva. Then they will say, hum karma mein hai, hum jate hai, gaon. I go to every village, I go every place. That's not correct. That's not complete definition. And then some people of karma side will say, otherwise what is the use of resources? What will be the use of resources? If you don't use them, everybody is talking about jnana, then resources will be useless. So resources must be used. And sometimes even they are going to the extreme. Why are you giving money to a religious person while he is just talking? If there is a marriage, how much money we give to the person who is reciting the sloka, and how much money we give to the catering person? How much money we give to the person who is just banging on the dhol? Think about it. If Pandit ji take a little money extra, itna paisa lete hain. And giving money to that guy who is coming for 20 minutes for banging on the dhol, we pay him. Bahut acha baja hai. DJ. Where are we? We have to learn, we have to understand it. Then another argument is that having the knowledge doesn't mean a person is good. A person may be bad. And then there are so many examples of it also we see in the society. खाली ज्ञान लेकर बोलकर क्या फायदा? Okay, I have learnt about Sankhya Yoga, I have learnt about everything. खाली करके क्या फायदा? What will be the advantage to the society? That is the argument. So wrong or incomplete understanding of karma yoga, people argue like this. And that is why they say that there is no use of Sankhya. It looks like they are opposing Sankhya. But in fact, Sankhya and karma goes together. They are exactly same. They are same coin, two sides. And that is why God is telling, Lokesmin Dvivida Nishta. Pura Prapta Mayanaga, Jnana Yogena Sankhya, Karma Yogena Yogena. You take a coin, you see this side or you see that side. The coin is there. Everybody will go to Brahma Nirvana. Will attain Brahma Nirvana. It is same coin, two sides. We cannot separate it. That is what is to be explained. That is what is explained by the God. So, let us see the example of only karma. A psychology of people who are doing only karma, in their mind without jnana. Okay, we are taking the example of a person who is only focused in karo, but without understanding. What happens to that? So instead of an ego dissolution, number one, we have seen in society, people are working in religious institutions, social institutions, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years they give their cream time. They have really worked hard. They have put their life and resources into the work. It's not that they have not worked, but what we see, have their ego become smaller and dissolved or bigger? What happens? Have they become more mild, more polite, more gratitude, more compromising, more collaborative, or they have become adamant? I am doing this for 30 years. Who are you to tell me? Only karma without knowledge will make a person like that. Even if that person will do the so-called karma for 30 years, 40 years, it may result in egoistic person. That there is a, if we are doing only karma way, then there is a, the present problem of father and son, the generation gap is because of that. Because father thinks this is the way, and the son will say this is an alternate way also. That is the generation gap. That will increase if person is doing only work, only the all four work: necessary work, psychological work, religious work, and social work. If the person is only focused on that without knowledge, without looking at the other side. See, whenever we are given a coin, suppose you go to a grocery store and you are given a coin, you see only one side of the coin. It may happen that you will get a fake coin, possible. So when you take a coin, it's better to look at two sides. Then now I have got a quarter or $1, isn't it? Then we say, now I have got $1. You have to look at both sides. That is what God is telling here. Philosophy is lost and individuals. And then, so what happens? Groups, political groups, religious groups, social groups, all these institutions, they start. Tyranny and dictatorship. That is a communism. We can go in detail, but the point here is to understand that only the people who only think that working physically in front of us, what we see, person who work only in that, these are the chances of falling down. Even if they work for 20 years, 30 years, if they do not consider the jnana side, the sankhya side of it, don't understand it. Loss of gratitude. And then after working so much, and then there is no, nobody, as we already know, like Sankhya has told, ek din jana hai. Then we get into depression. 25 साल काम किया, कोई आज मुझे देखता नहीं. You must hear it. I am guaranteedly telling you, those who are going to listen this video also, I am guaranteedly telling. They must have felt that. 30 साल से मैंने ये सोशल वर्क किया, कोई देखता नहीं. I worked for 30 years in this institution. Nobody has a gratitude and recognition for my work. That is what happens when a person is focused only on work. Let me, repeat it because there will be misunderstanding there. Yeah, helplessness, sadness, anger, anguish, depression. And then progressive idealism is lost. There should be progressive idealism. See, even today also, simple. Today in Toronto, it is minus 24 degrees centigrade. Minus 18 feel like minus 24. If I am a blind only follower of a karma, yahi karna hai, can you wear a dhoti in minus 24? You cannot. Can you wear only sari and chappals in minus 24? You cannot. कर्म करने के लिए बोला, ये कर्म करो, बस यही करेंगे अक्कल के बगैर, without using the brain and intellect. You cannot do that. You cannot follow it. So we have to understand that both are there. So then God is telling, but here also say the sequence. The God first told about the Sankhya Yoga. He didn't tell Karma Yoga. He could have told Karma Yoga, right? But he told about Sankhya Yoga. Why? Because in case of knowledge and work, knowledge precedes. That is guaranteed. Why? Because knowledge is giving us the direction. Knowledge is, पहले पता होता है, हाँ, first I understand that there is a hot restaurant on this road and I am hungry. First that knowledge comes in, that information comes in the brain. And then we go to the restaurant. Any action is led by the thought. And that is why thought must be there. So those people who think only karma, कर्म करो, ये बड़ा बड़ा पुस्तक, ये बड़ा बड़ा बुक पढ़ने का जरूरत नहीं, सेवा करो, यही करते रहो, it will not work. It will work to some extent, but it will not develop a person. The ego dissolution process will not happen. And then after a long time, when the person is keep on doing without the knowledge part, the person will go into a depression, anguish, helplessness, sadness. So God is going to explain us that what is karma yoga, what is karma and yoga. Only karma is doing. Karma yoga is something else. And God is explaining it in the next sloka, the fourth sloka of third chapter. It's almost 11 o'clock today. So we will stop over here and we will try to understand what God has got a meaning of karma yoga. Is it only doing the work or how the doing is of the work? And that is what we are going to go further when we come again on next Saturday, 10 to 11 at Durga temple. Till then I wish everyone a good time. It is an excellent, once in a lifetime, in generations. That is the occasion which is this weekend. And that is the Prana Pratishtha of Sri Ram in the birthplace of his birthplace, Ayodhya in India. This weekend is aspired by millions of people for hundreds of years. And we are all so fortunate to witness that happening. So I wish, and here also I think in Durga temple there are lots of programs and chanting and all. So I wish and I request everyone to join. It is a greatest event of lifetime of anybody who will be able to witness it. So please join. Let us all greet Rama, Lord Rama in our heart. And we will again meet on next Saturday between 10 to 11 at Durga temple. Have a nice weekend till then. Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve